Morning all. So, Shadow's decided he wants to see me today. Um, you're gonna have to wait, sweetie. You're just gonna have to wait. Just give me a minute. I know. I never pet you when I'm doing the video. I know. Hi. So this is just more one of those casual type things. Hi. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. He wants me to pick him up. So, um, I did get some books yesterday. I did talk about getting these, and I found these on Amazon for cheap. Now, right now, if you're looking for things that are hockey related, sports related in general, now's a really good time to grab them. So if you've had a book you've been looking at, jersey, shirt, whatever you're looking for, odds are you can find it for probably pretty cheap right now. Because, of course, sports are closed down, and odds are a lot of these warehouses that are holding on to this stuff are like, well, we've got to get this out. We've got too much product. And in the case of hockey jerseys, you're going to have sales every summer because they have the new stock coming in. So they want to get rid of the old stock before the new stock comes in. Stop looking angry when I stop petting you. Making me feel bad. All right. So the first one here is called Hockey Night Fever. And I got it, like all of these were for below. The regular price was $24.95 US, 32 Canadian. Come aboard Stephen Cole's amazing time machine for escape back to the 70s, hockey's most dramatic decade. It was the best of times and often the worst of times, rollicking years of expansion, rival leagues, mayhem, bad hair, court cases, and of course the brilliant play of Bobby Orr and Guy Lafleur. Night Fever, Hockey Night Fever will pull you out of your seat. And that's a review from, just a snippet from a review of Roy McGregor, author of The Home Team, Fathers, Sons, and Hockey. So it's got like a Civil War, and it's got all these greatest team ever. So it gets into the greatest team ever, and it talks about the Montreal Canadiens roster in depth. Rain Man, Habs to the rescue, and I believe this goes through Too Many Men on the Ice. Yep, that's in there. That's yeah. And then it goes into just all of the things that happened in hockey before I started watching. So this is one of those things where I was like, yeah, okay. I can read that because that's just before I got into watching hockey. I was alive during most of the 70s, not watching hockey during it. This one, Hockey 365. I had my eye on this one for a while anyways, and it just has stories from each day of the year. I follow him on Twitter as well, and I actually don't ever in videos touch like what happened on this day that he posts because that's his thing, and that's fine with me. Yeah, a few seconds can make a game. Even a season behind each play is a piece of history. Mike Comito marks every day of the year with a great moment in history and shows how today's game is part of an ongoing story that dates back to its origins on frozen ponds. From National Hockey League's first games in 1917 to Austin Matthews' electrifying 4-goal debut for the Leafs in 2016. Hockey 365 has something for everyone, and is sure to give you a better appreciation for the sport we love. So he's a hockey historian. There's August 10th, new bench bosses in New York and Vancouver. And yeah, they mentioned that Quinn quit, and Rick Lee took over, and that Mike Keenan, he was hailed as a hero, and a month later he became a villain. And it gets into that whole thing about how after the 94 finals, both Vancouver and the New York Rangers, their coaching changed. He gave up. So he shadow waits for a minute or two, and then he's like, yeah, he's talking at camera again. Cujo, The Untold Story of My Life on and Off the Ice. So this is a Curtis Joseph book. How could I not get this? This was like $7. This was $7 on Amazon, and it retails for $33.99 Canadian. So, yeah. I do tend to go back and forth between Chapters or Amazon when it comes to buying the hockey books. This one, oh, I should read the back of this one. No, I'm not. Obviously, I can't read the book because that's copyrighted. And YouTubers have gotten in trouble for reading the books before. So, for instance, I was reading those bedtime stories out of the 5-minute hockey and all that. I have reason to believe via email that they knew I was doing that and they were okay with it. So just one of those for people who are wondering. Yeah, it would appear that they knew I was doing that. And they're like, yeah, it violates copyright, but it's fine. So sometimes you'll find writers that are okay with it, and sometimes you'll read 50 Shades of Grey and people are going to get mad. I'm not the one that read 50 Shades of Grey, but it would happen to a different YouTuber. Advanced praise for Cujo. Curtis Joseph is the Leafs legend. This is Connor McDavid says this. I always loved being around the Joseph family. Curtis was such a good role model for kids our age. The way he carried himself on and off the ice was something to admire. I definitely learned from him. And of course now Connor plays for the team that Cujo played for and should have stayed with. Yeah. Anyways, this next one is the one that people have been very, very vocal about. The Russian Five. I know. Keith Gave, always a terrific reporter, had a front row seat to the most fascinating and colorful chapter of Red Wings history, the Russian Five. At times he was smack in the middle of it as an envoy, Russian speaker, and secret keeper. No one could write this story with the detail, depth, and understanding that Gave delivers. The result is a whirlwind story that is at times fantastical, gripping, emotional, and even humorous. This book was a long time in the making, but well worth the wait. And this one retails for $24.99 US. I don't think this has the Canadian price on it. But if it's $24.99 US, it was probably $32 Canadian. And I got it for like $15. So. And then this one I'm interested in too, because this one's really fun. Changing the Game, the History of NHL Expansion. And it starts with the 1924. On the wheel here, it shows the 1924-25 Boston. And it's got Vancouver right next to Boston on there. So, I don't know if that puck's going to get along with itself. As those teams don't get along with each other. I wouldn't have had them next to each other. But it's got the original expansion era, so it's got the Boston Bruins, Montreal Maroons, New York Americans, Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago Blackhawks, Detroit Cougars. Not Cougars. That's for the Entertainment Guy channel when I have my Freddy Krueger jersey on. I do have a Freddy Krueger jersey. New York Rangers, original 6, 1967. They are California Seals, Los Angeles Kings, Minnesota North Stars, Philadelphia Flyers, Pittsburgh Penguins, St. Louis Blues. And then it goes all the way through the Minnesota Wild. Now, it does not have Vegas in here, so for people wondering, Vegas is not in here. This was released before Vegas. But it does have, for each team, it has images of the team, of players for the team. And it goes into, like, for the North Stars, it's got Bill Goldsworthy in it. There's a lot of really good stuff in here. And, again, this is one of those things that I find is important. That's why I got a whole bookshelf full of hockey-related books. And at any point in time, there's a hockey book within reach for me to grab. I think it's important to know the game, especially the stuff you didn't see. So for me, it's a matter of all the stuff that happened all the way back to Eddie Livingstone. I think it's good to know that stuff, and I think it's kind of fun. So I thought I'd wear my Whalers jersey for this because I don't often have a chance to wear my Whalers jersey or a reason. And hey, like I said, now is a good time where if you have $5, $10, $20, and you're like, hey, what kind of hockey stuff can I get? This is the best time to do it, honestly. They had a sale on Sport Check on the Canuck jerseys with the Vancouver word mark, and they were $30. I think I'm saying were because when I looked, the only ones they had were a large and extra large, which is a 52 and a 54. But, I actually thought about it. I did. I thought about it. I thought, man, for $30, I should get another Adidas Vancouver jersey. And then I went, no, I don't need another Vancouver Adidas. But for $30, no, I don't need it. So... And I didn't order it. I did, though, find some fun in women's. I found for Yvonne, I found her a few cool hockey t-shirts for $5 each. I was like, you want this t-shirt for $5? And she's like, yeah, I'll take that for $5. So, yeah, it worked out pretty well. But anyways, I thought that'd be a fun way to start things. And I should do like a little dance because I've seen the comments about how, Shannon's boring and he needs to punch it up a little bit. Come on, punch it up. All I think is, are they new? They got to be new. They got to be new to the channel that they don't know that I don't do all the fun YouTuber stuff, and I'm not one of the youngins that they usually follow. So I'll be reading all of those in the time that I find. I'll have to make some time. And again, I can't read them on the channel because that would violate copyrights. But I can say there are hockey books that I've read that have been fascinating to me. Usually the ones I really take the deep dive into are either old yearbooks. Old yearbooks are a lot of fun to look at. because they will tell you, okay, this is what happened last year. Here's what we think is going to happen next year. And very often they're very, very wrong. And it sometimes how they're wrong and all of that, it makes you think, wow, so this has always been a very unpredictable league, which it has been. And then there's just the almanacs, all the stats, all that stuff. I love doing the deep dives into that. It's great. And yeah, and it can be fun if you're at home and you're needing your sports fix. Books can help. And obviously I make YouTube videos every day because I want to help people with their sports fix too. All right. So let me know in the comments section below which books you enjoy from the hockey world. And this can be kind of a fun little video where we all exchange which books we enjoy, which ones maybe we didn't, that kind of thing. And that'll go with these 5 that I got for way, way cheaper than I would have paid if I'd bought them during the hockey season. All of them on sale. And for some reason, Amazon pushed them at me like, hey, you might want to check these out. And I'm like, you're right. I do want to check these out. So there we go. Sometimes targeted advertising is the best kind of advertising. I know there's people who don't like it, but sometimes it's the best. I also wanted to throw into, I did do something that YouTube had suggested a few days ago, which is let us place the mid-roll ads, let us place the ads in the middle of videos. And then I went back into videos, and first off, it takes a while, and in some videos they wouldn't put them in at all, and in some of them they were putting in like way too many when I'd go back in and look. So I'm back to doing it manually. It's just, yeah, I looked at that, I'm like, oh, no, forget that. No, because they're like, when we do it, it's better, which means, yeah, it means more, way more. And for me, yeah, I can't do that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for all your support throughout all of this that's going on out here. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And do let me know, which hockey books have you enjoyed the most? And yes, a few of these are ones that people were recommending for me to get for a long time. And so now I have them. Thanks again for your support. It means a lot. I will talk to you again soon.